Abby could always hop on too.
Yes. Yeah, I'll watch it on my phone, and then we can have two people watching it.
I'll mute it on my phone, and we'll have 3.
Oh, I just suggest that you all don't watch it because there's spoilers on the screen.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw my phone off to the side, put the sound on mute.
Yeah,
it doesn't verify
to artificially
if I'm
inflate your
actually
numbers.
watching.
Yes. I mean, triple my numbers.
It's technically not a bot because I am real.
There it is. Okay. I do actually like to have it up on my phone just to make sure that it is still running. And if there's comments that I'm missing. From bots, mostly. Alright, so previously on the Tales of the Yawning Portal, you all...
we didn't die.
Just to rewind a little bit more than normal, you all were hired by Lord Hastings of Waterdeep to collect 3 lost weapons that were stolen. And you traveled to the White Plume Mountain, and some of you survived. The party is mostly the same. You were able to collect all 3 weapons, Black Razor, something, something, and something, 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 from the White Plume Mountain. And you had just survived, stumbled out of the mouth of the cave, having captured the final weapon, and defeated the Nyx, Fox, Stocks, and Socks, or whatever. Anyway, the djinn regarding the exit. And
Dr. Seuss characters.
yes, the not unpublished Dr. Seuss characters. Yes, and now you have traveled. I'm going to just go ahead and fast forward. You have traveled back to Waterdeep. You were in far north Faerun, around the spine of the world, I believe is what they call it. And I actually have located a map that I can show y'all. And then here's a stylized map of the various locations of Yawning Portal. Wanted to take another, the adventures of the Yawning Portal to get a non-relative view of just kind of where things were. So yes, White Plume Mountain was way up north. And so it took you a long time to travel back down the Sword Coast, past Neverwinter, back to Waterdeep. And you have arrived in Waterdeep at this point, well rested. You're level 9, and control of your characters at this point.
That I also need.
Oh look, Moshner is streaming live.
Took a bit.
Alright, I guess we will go sell the last weapon.
Well, technically, we should have 2 with us.
Oh, right, we do have 2. So, yeah.
Okay, so you all head straight to Lord Hastings' estate. Knock on the door and ring the doorbell, and surly butler opens it and says, "Can I help you?"
We're here to meet with Lord Hastings. We have something to return to him.
Yes. And you don't recognize the butler. Lord Hastings is currently in a dinner meeting. If you don't mind coming in and have a seat, he shall be with you shortly. Okay. May I get your names?
My name is Tuela.
I'm Bowen.
Evan Stonehammer.
You may refer to me as Grandis Hominem, anthropologist.
Shouldn't it be anthropologist extraordinaire?
I was about to say that under my breath. He did say extraordinaire.
Fair enough. And the lady?
Character totally has a name.
Jade. There we go. Oh, came back.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not up here on the turn order or anything. Yes, well. You may have a seat in the sitting room here, and he ushers you into a familiar-looking room with maps and various other accoutrements. You can see on the wall in a fancy glass case is the first weapon that you returned.
Whelm.
And you
Well,
there for a bit. Eventually, Lord Hastings comes in and says, "Oh, I'm so sorry for making you wait. I had sorry, my new help just doesn't catch up with the current news. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get them both?"
Yes, we've returned with both of the items that you asked for, Black Razor and Wave.
Oh, amazing. Oh, you are fantastic. Best adventurers I've ever met. Oh, please, here. And yeah, and behind him comes just trays of food from he said, the dinner party had quite a bit extra food, and I think that you're probably weary from your travels. Please enjoy yourselves. Tell me of your adventures. What happened? Where there's a different people here. Did you
yes.
have some?
We lose more adventurers that way.
It was unfortunately a very perilous.
Rafina did not make it out. She gave her
Sorry to
life
hear that.
to make sure the rest of us could come back with your statements. Since you don't appear to be one who uses weapons, or I guess conversation topics.
Yes. Well, they are very powerful artifacts. Would hate them to fall into the wrong hands, particularly those of ill repute. And anyway, I'm glad that
During this
they're
entire
back.
exchange, I'm going to have my legs crossed and I'm going to be writing in a notebook as if I'm studying him.
Yes. Yeah. Some of the stumbles, he's like glancing over at you, like little self-conscious of the things he's saying. Your metal companion appears to be writing down everything I say.
Yeah, he does
Is
that.
normal behavior?
Yep.
Oh, it's not a transcript at all. I'm just taking notes. You're very fascinating. Please continue.
Oh, very well. As you may recall, when you went off on your adventure, he recalls the statement that he made that he will offer you anything within his power as a reward. And as you have returned successfully, myself and the other owners of these weapons are absolutely willing to follow through on our offer. So you may rest at ease. My spare wing is at your disposal. You may rest here anytime you wish. I will let the staff know that you are considered guests at all times. But is there anything else that I can do for you? Is there any way that I can begin to repay your generous sacrifice?
Let me consider.
Oh, absolutely. I would take your time.
I'm sure
I am in your
we can
debt.
find something. As of right now, I cannot think of anything, but I'm sure if you give us enough time, we'll find something.
Absolutely. And make yourselves at home. Enjoy Waterdeep. She has many things to offer right now, and if you should need anything, just let me know. If you don't mind, I would appreciate being able to return to my dinner party. I have important matters to discuss about the Sword Coast, and I would excuse myself.
Yep.
But yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome in the house.
We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
And he kind of glances at the note taking and just kind of sidles on out.
See, now with that offer, now I'm thinking Vawen asks him to fund a new monastery for him to fund and retires.
With a statue of you in the middle. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. As I kind of like wrap my fingers against a table. Right now, I have something personal that I need to take care of first. We can discuss what our reward could be later. But if possible, would you come with me, Valwyn?
Sure.
So I'm assuming we're walking out now.
Yeah, go right ahead.
We leave Lord Hastings' area.
The doorman tips his hat at you and says, yeah, welcome anytime.
Thank you.
What I'm thinking of, Valwyn, is that since Raythena couldn't come back with us, and she made light of the plight of my people and what had happened during the spell plague,
Mm-hmm.
that we may be able to do something for her. Now, if we can return to the library where she found that information, I would like to know if you'd be able to carve the symbol of her order in the bookcase behind the book, so that way when somebody takes it, she will be there.
Sure.
I think she's at least deserving of that.
Yeah, I can definitely accomplish that.
Good, because it was either ask you to do it since you have claws or to carve it in myself.
Yeah, I can do that with my claws. That'll be a
I
lot easier.
figured that would be easier.
Yep, than to try to sneak a knife in the library, I think so.
And I'm sure a dragon definitely welcome in a library.
They hoard treasure, not books.
At least he's not a fire-breathing dragon.
Fair point. They do look at the color of his skin and judge him by it.
Yep.
I mean,
Exactly.
of course they do.
So when we get there, you're going to want to do a, what do you mean you people speech?
I'm just imagining like one of those like paint swatch chips that just have just like
Pull it up, you may pass.
Yeah, right. Is it gray or blue or?
It's like, is that a gray or is that metallic? No, okay, that's a metallic silver. You're fine.
Okay, all right.
It's a how racist should we be set of color code.
Oh no, this is an extremely racist library. Good luck getting in if you're not humanoid.
Good thing I decided to not be my goblin character.
Right?
I mean, still human. I mean, like not a single ramp for four-legged creatures.
No ramps. These are steep steps. Yeah. I mean, granted, all of you can freaking fly now.
Minor details.
All right, so you go in and you accomplish that. Dabrin, if you're hanging out in the sitting room, you do hear heated voices coming from next room.
Okay.
There appears to be an argument in progress.
25 perception.
You hear one particular voice yell out, But Daggerford needs us. We can't just sit idly by while the Thayans invade our lands. And then some other folks beginning um, to yell over him, and at that point you're not able to hear much more details.
Mm.
It's so noisy and such cacophony.
Okay. I guess history to know who that people is. Who those
Yeah, that
people
would
are.
work. You could even do Arcana or Religion.
History or religion would be the same for me. 15.
You remember something about on the far east side of Faerun, a land called Thay. That they've been. You've heard of them occasionally as a threat, but it's far east, and your knowledge of the geography, it doesn't take much given you've been traveling around this area. Baggerford's like 100 miles away from Waterdeep. It's on the Sword Coast.
Okay.
Okay. I guess we go to the library, find the book, carve the symbol, and then start making our way back.
Heading our way back. On our short pathway back, Valwyn, may I ask something else of you? This is
He's got his headset off.
I'm now getting in trouble for my character carving something in the library.
I was wondering about that.
it's, a bookshelf.
That apparently didn't make it better.
I probably should have realized who I asked. So we're gonna gloss on over that. On our way back, I'm gonna say, Valwyn, may I ask something else of you?
Sure.
This is a little more difficult than, say, carving a symbol into a bookshelf.
Our way out of the library, I drop a gold coin for a donation to the library.
Make sure you take that off your character sheet. So you're actually paying for it.
Is it a real gold coin?
Yes. Not a real gold coin. That's cruel.
Okay. Sure. What else might I be able to help you with?
I once told Raythena that I had made a deal to save my people with an entity that you don't enter into a contract lightly.
Okay. But given what we found out, it sounds like that entity didn't really hold up as part of the contract.
You feel free to say no. I would have asked Raythena, but she is not here. Would you be willing to help me see through my reward and what it might cost? Fully know that we may not come out of it alive, and you may give up so much more than you want to.
What are you wanting for your reward?
I want what was promised to me. I want the safety of my people. I want them returned. I made a deal. As my fists start clenching and get tighter, my nails kind of bite into my hand, and little drops of blood. I gave up everything to see them safe and delivered, and they are gone. And even if by force, I know that I am not strong enough yet, but I need more power to rightfully take what is mine, what was promised to me. And I know, unfortunately, I can't do it alone.
Okay.
I've lost so many people on the path to save everyone else, only to have that denied.
Sounds like you're about to go down to the dark side of the Force.
So-
She already made a deal with the freaking Raven Queen.
Good point.
We're well beyond that.
We're well beyond that. We're talking overthrowing the Emperor here, I believe.
So, are we looking at restoring your people and restoring the way of life of your people? Or are you wanting to find a way to go back and change history?
I don't think that there is a way back. But there may be a way to restore them. I don't know.
Alan, you suddenly remember the time vortex.
Oh, yeah. I definitely remember the time vortex. Like, I know there's a way back. I
Then
know
maybe
where
when
it
this
is.
said and done, we could investigate that and you could show me. All in all, I have lost too much and gained nothing.
I would be happy to assist you with that.
Thank you.
So first I'll tell you, let me tell you where the time vortex that took us to your time to begin with is, just in case something does end up happening to me. And so I relay to him the jungle temple. I recommend bringing your own air for a while because it's pretty bad. Or, yes. So I relay information about that temple.
Do you think there's anyone else who would be willing to go back that we could trust?
It depends. I think our party member, the people we're partying with, are good people, but I don't know how much their motivation would have them want to go back for you. The other option that I would present to you is I was considering making my request funding to create basically a new school for my order so that I could train new people. And in the course of that training, perhaps go stronger myself and maybe train some more people that could accompany us as well.
There is wisdom in that. I trust your judgment on this. Do you feel that we should wait until the monastery is finished?
I think we should wait a little bit to take at least overnight to decide. We can give the option to other party members. The people I initially set out on these series of ventures with have all passed or... well,
All your friends are dead.
All my friends are dead. The only one who isn't is actually back in your time. So
So, anyone want to run a spin-off campaign?
Let us consider this later.
All right.
I know that this is something that can wait, but I cannot wait forever.
No, nor would I ask you to. So, all right. So,
Boy, if your two
I
characters survive, this could be an awesome side campaign.
yeah, I think I am going to. I do think it would be an awesome side campaign. I think I am going to go with anything in
See,
their
I was going
power.
to ask Raythena, and then Raythena died, and I was like, okay, how can I massage someone else into what I
Yeah,
want?
and this
Who keeps
character
on
did
doing this?
start for the purpose of assisting. So
Hmm.
yeah, you very specifically asked for a very difficult thing that just also happens to go back to the guardian of his best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Valwyn's gonna ask for funding to start a school and
I will throw in what I want
continue
with
his
Valon.
training.
I think that is the right choice.
All right, so give me a little bit while I had an idea of what I wanted, of what I would make a new character with. So I guess I'll be doing that a little earlier than I intended. And Abby was right. Said the chance that I guess my character isn't dead, but I figured I wasn't really going to be making a new character today, and she did point out the chance is never zero.
It's rare that an RP situation causes that, but so Jacob, just to clarify, are you going to continue
I will continue
adventuring?
I will continue adventuring because
You need to gain power.
I need to be stronger
Yeah,
for what needs to be done.
fair enough. But in order to fulfill his end of the bargain, Valwyn, you feel like Valwyn has to step away to train
I think
up.
Valwyn's going to step away to train himself and more monks.
Excellent. All right, so so you come back, and you said you were going to think on it a day. So we'll go ahead and see if anyone else has anything they want to do this day.
Neil would like to reconnect into his body.
Yes.
Yeah, halfway through, I just randomly lost Aaron.
Oh,
That's a rough one. It was from good RP. So, I want to say that Lord Hastings does offer to fund a true resurrection spell for your lost party member who had any desire, or if they desire to return.
We've already established that Rafina does not.
yeah. I think based on what we know, they don't have a desire to return.
Right. Yes, and
We should totally resurrect Easmod.
Is that from old age? I thought there was a caveat in there.
that was 3.5. I haven't read up on 5e whether they have that caveat or not.
Here we go. True Resurrection 5e. Has it been more than 200 years and died for any reason except old age? So did Yzma laugh himself to death?
I love the Joker from the first Batman. Oh, okay. So yes, Homonym or Tabrin, do you have anything else you want to do in the first day back in Waterdeep?
Where are we staying in Waterdeep? Are we staying at this mansion?
I know what Faustine would say, but he's not in this campaign.
I mean, he's offered us place to stay. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Okay, so I am going to set up in the. So I'm taking a long rest in as public of an area as I can get away with. So if there's like a very visible sitting room, I have to take a long rest to change my armor type from Infiltrator to Guardian. So I'm basically going to spend 8 hours in the middle of the manor and start taking off pieces of my armor and then taking off more and taking off more. It's not really clear where my armor ends and my skin begins, other than that I might have taken off too much. No one else certainly knows.
I think I
and eventually it's
So-
going to be put back on,
Let me
and I
try
will
reconnecting.
have Guardian
Yeah, go ahead.
armor.
Yeah, so at halfway through taking your armor off, the staff kind of bring out some of those accordion shades and start like just setting it up around you, just quietly, without saying anything to you, just like setting them up. I picture you're doing it like in like the grand hall, like the main entryway that connects to like the double staircase, one going up and one going down staircases. And then at some point, you hear a lot of talking, a lot of conversation, some goodbyes, some horses being drawn up with carriages and just a whole lot of people leaving.
Delightful.
Yes. Davern, was there anything else you wanted to do? Shopping, RP, shopping, RP, research.
Probably do a little bit of shopping, but also at the same time, I'm going to write a coded message to my old friend who I am in hiding with, or along in my order, just to let them know where I am or that I am safe, and to try and find out how they're doing.
Okay. So you go to the magical post, send this letter, and they ask, the usual questions like, are there anything dangerous or hazardous inside this package?
Nope.
Any liquid weighing more than...
Yes. Is there no portable holes or extra dimensional spaces?
Nope.
Okay. And just checking the address here. This is correct and this is up to date.
Yes.
Okay. That'll be 3 copper.
All right.
Okay. Take the copper and they take it to the back room and they send it off through the ring gates. Teleport the object off to the next station to head on its way. As you're heading out, they say, I find it odd that there's any adventurers at all still left in Waterdeep. You not heard?
Heard what?
That they that Daggerford and the rebel wizards are hiring just everyone they possibly can.
My
Right.
plot hook senses are tingling.
Choo-choo, MF. Choo-choo.
Well, we just returned from an adventure. Probably why we hadn't heard about this.
Congratulations. I'm glad to see you survived. Our economy always does better when new adventurers come in. Glad to hear it. Well, if you're looking for more work, I'm sure the Red Wizards would hire some more, depending on your talent levels. I would go check in the Yawning portal. They seem to have an emissary there at all times.
Yes, I'm familiar.
Good day, sir. Good day. And he goes on to greet the next client.
He pays no attention to the luggage, who's right by Davin.
Yeah, that's just, standard operating.
Yeah, there was nothing dangerous in the package I sent. I said nothing about the remainder of my luggage.
Yes, no. He just needs to know before he sticks it into an extra dimensional space for transport if it's going to
Right.
explode and send people. They've lost too many delivery folk that way.
What would happen if we tried to stick a portable hole into the luggage?
I think the same rules would happen if you tried to put a portable hole in a bag of holding.
I dare you to try that.
I'd rather not.
Another side campaign in the astral plane.
Well, I mean, that's our spawn point, so that would just be all of our next characters.
Right. A whole new party pops out. You're going to need them because the current party is now dead. and thus another spell plague is leashed upon the world.
What? Technically, that one was Davrid's fault.
If I'm not doing any of this.
Not intentionally. Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so the day passes, you shop, and you all kind of return back. Brandis now looks different. A little more armored than he was before. Your rooms are lavish and beautiful. You have any of the food and goods that you need for your comfort. Actual hot water, running water. There's not just a hole in the ground to defecate in. There's a bucket that gets carried off occasionally. No. There's a portal to the 9 hells that you poop in.
Wait, portals work both ways. No, man. That puts a new term to sewer alligator.
No, it's basically the same technology as the post office uses. It's a ring gate.
Yikes.
You don't even want to know where it goes.
No, I don't.
I mean, I kind of do, though.
I mean, homonym, I'm sure does.
Especially, okay, but like...
You don't have to breathe,
because
you know?
early toilet technology had issues because the smell...
Right, right.
And I don't know if does the ring gate I guess the ring gate would stop the smell.
It has a U-bend.
That's what I was like. Does the ring gate have a U-bend equivalent? Like where?
All right. So you stick your head through the ring gate, and you see a ramp. The beastie slides down, and then another ring gate like 90 degrees at the bottom of the ramp. And so yes, any stink does go up away from the ring gate that you dropped your stuff into.
Wait, I have 2 questions about this. First, What is Homonym doing in a bathroom in the first place?
I'm sure he followed in some helpless maid or something just to see what happens.
That could be construed very badly. Secondly, does he have a sense of smell?
I don't think so. I don't think he can get poisoned.
Yeah, I can't breathe. They're very. I specifically am unaffected by.
Yawning.
Yes, the drowning.
Gases, poison.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I probably can't. And also, I mean, yeah, if you, I mean, that is an interesting point. Depending on where my armor ends and my skin begins, I'm also just like naked all of the time, just like full on cartoon character naked.
Right, it's weird that you put on a shirt because suddenly we realized that you weren't wearing pants the whole time.
He's Donald Ducking it.
Yes.
Every time I go to sleep, I put on a nightgown, and if people see me in it, I freak out.
But in the morning, you just strip off the nightgown and just pull on out. Okay, so it's the next morning. You've stripped off your nightgown. You head down to breakfast. It is, of course, lavish. And Lord Hastings says, I hope you had a pleasant day, and do you have any ideas on how I might be able to further assist?
I do. I would request some funding so that I can start a monastery and training ground to continue my monk order and train up new adventurers.
Interesting. You know, I think we could figure something out. Do you have a location or any other ideas in mind?
I would be happy to do it here in town. If there would be I wouldn't mind a more secluded area, so not directly in town, but in the nearby.
Any specific climates or nearby? Okay, so I know that as of now, the Daggerford area is not particularly kind or safe. Let's see, there may be some other I
closed the map. There we go.
Find something near the Ardeep River or the Ardeep Forest if you want to go a little ways away. There's also the High Moors or the Forlorn Hills might be a fun place to put a monastery.
I think the Forlorn Hills sounds good.
Okay, well, I can get my contacts working on acquiring some land in the area, and if you want to, I assume you're going to want to find some other masters or students and all that. So he just really goes off and starts he basically just dominates Bowen's attention for the next 3 to 4 days. Talking through details and
going this and writing letters back to, given that one guy, like, what's left of my previous monastery, seeing if anyone wants to come help me start this one.
Oh, okay, yeah. Excellent. Okay, good. And the rest of you all? Okay, so you pick up the plot hook and set it aside and ignore it for a while. Cool.
I'll ask Davern if he did anything exciting yesterday.
I mean, I'll tell the others about what I found out, but I figure we can deal with it in a little bit.
Red wizards.
Wizards. Not lizards.
I'm playing the wrong character for that joke.
Sorry, I legitimately thought you said lizards.
By the way, I got a 14 Arcana for that.
The red lizards.
Several of the more famous necromantic spells over the last century have been invented by a red wizard.
Necromancy. That's no bueno.
It's just a matter of perspective.
It's not bueno.
Hey, your attention is captured. That's my line.
Sorry, Valwyn's attention is captured with me.
Okay, what city are we in again right now?
Waterdeep.
Waterdeep.
Okay. I at some point I should go back to my labs. Or rather the labs. And let them know. Yeah, let them know what happened. and just be like, hey, I'm back. Give me here's what happened, and then I'll just like leave again because I just kind of figure like I Indiana Jones it whether they want me to or not.
You better have your grant proposal ready when you go back.
They're like, hey, are you actually going to show up for work this week? And I'm like, that's cute, and I just leave. Like, we have some, don't care.
Necromancy has uses. All in all,
I will ask for their opinion and then immediately ignore it.
Yes.
All in all, we should see what these are up to. But while here in Waterdeep, I could probably see if I could find a better shield.
Yeah. Lord Hastings' magical procurer, what is that even called? His agent, is definitely available. Would like to find a magical shield or some sort of special shield.
Might I recommend a Sentinel shield?
I was going to go with that, or either shield +1.
Also good. I think I'm going to try and trade out my boots of flying for a broom. Having witnessed Valwyn using it to great effect.
That's right.
Sure.
Also, I would like to try and find a wand of cure wounds.
Ooh.
Why use my own spell slots when I can use the wand?
I mean, valid.
Yeah. And I guess Valwyn will turn in his headband, and all his funds are now going to the monastery, so.
Yeah, so.
I wish you luck on your adventures, Valwyn.
Thank you. I look forward to seeing you again and going on that expedition with you.
May you not live in interesting times anymore.
I'm just sort of like, okay, after 1 year, if I have not heard back from Tuela, true resurrection.
Yeah, I did actually have that thought too.
I will write you when I get back to Waterdeep to update you, and just to keep in touch.
All right.
So yeah, after 1 year, if you haven't heard from him, he's dead.
Also, I will give Valwyn a few names of exterminators I've come across in my travels. To keep rats out of his monastery.
Right. Yes, thank you.
If you would like, Dabrin, I can hand you this Pearl of Power. It may be of some use to me, some use to you.
All right. Thank you. Do you not think you'll need it where you're going?
I picked up the Ring of Spell Storing off of the Oni.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to decide what I want to dump into it. I'm thinking Shield might be good.
Shield,
Shield is good.
Dimension Door, we seem to need a lot.
Yeah, I've been reading it a lot, and I can only store up to 5 levels of spells. So I get 1 Dimension Door, 1 Shield, or 5 shields.
It's a lot of shields.
Do
What else
we
could I put in?
have non-hempen ropes that like aren't? Okay, there is silk rope. Perfect. So I'm going to, for the purpose of seeing how awkward I can make the humans in this city, I'm going to buy a few more fuzzy handcuffs. And since we went through a lot of rope, I'm also going to buy like 100 feet of silk rope.
Are you buying it at the same time?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
Of
I'm
course.
sure.
What kind of question was that?
I don't know.
Maybe a few stone dildos.
Do any of them talk?
I can only do 3 at a time, and right now the one that's in the Frost Plume Mountains is still speaking.
Yeah, of course it is. All right. So is anyone else selling a magic item?
Yeah, I'm selling my boots.
Your boots.
If I can
Anyone
get the-
else?
If I can get the
I am not.
room.
All right. So
And I don't know what Aaron's doing.
you
'cause
make
she doesn't know.
a persuasion check to determine what kind of offer comes in.
But I'm real good at persuading. In fact, some might say that's my spell focus.
32.
I mean, I can't beat that. I got 21.
32. And what's the rarity of those boots?
Uncommon?
Hey, yeah.
Yeah, but you can make such a profit on them. They've been through White Plume Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, they're usually worth about 400 gold. The buyer or the seller comes back and says that he was able to sell them for 800 gold.
Or.
Which, given that the table for magic item offer ends at 21, I just had to make up a whole new tier.
All right.
You're welcome.
Although that does mean congratulations, Jacob, with your 21.
Yeah. Yeah, what were you selling, Jacob?
Nothing. I thought that was for to see if.
Oh, you were helping?
Yeah.
Okay.
The help. Apparently, he doesn't need my help though.
Apparently.
If I want to buy a rope of climbing, it's uncommon. What check did we say that was again? Charisma?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a charisma check. You can add up to 10 points bonus for spending extra 100 gold per 1 point of bonus, or 1 week for extra 1 point of bonus. You roll it, and if it's uncommon, you only need to get a 15 or higher to find that specific item.
Okay. And what's the base price?
It's for uncommon items
Yeah.
are they range from 100 gold to 600 gold.
Okay. So
That's in addition to the finding fee.
okay. So I don't have enough to do that yet until we like sell the party loot stuff. Well, did we even loot anything?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, you got those 10 fishing full plates, remember?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So okay, I don't think we've sold any of the party loot. I also might just ask the guy for a rope of climbing.
Oh, it's his boon?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll be easier.
Yeah, you can absolutely just procure you one. It'll take a few days to get here, but yeah, he'll get you a climbing rope.
Excellent.
And he says, if you want my broker to handle selling any of your items, we can absolutely handle that.
There was a
Noted.
stone of good luck in the loot that somebody might want to use too.
Oh, I think that's why. Oh, wait, yeah. Okay, wait, where?
Okay. Really? Oh no, it does require attunement. Never mind. But still,
Yeah.
if anyone needs good luck,
What does?
the Stone of Good Luck,
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
+1 to all saving throws and ability checks.
Probably doesn't stack with my cloak.
They got rid of the no stacky rule.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's useful to know.
since magic items have been far more limited and curtailed, the stacking is not nearly as much of a factor as it used to be.
Yeah, with the attunement limitation, kind of have a natural
Limit.
You can choose to really make an insane armor class, but it means that you have limited saves or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more bandoliers of battle and whatnot.
Oh, those were so much fun.
They really were.
That is an interesting. Can I get a ring of armor class?
We did get a ring of protection. I have that written down.
Yes.
Area 27, ring of protection.
I will absolutely take that. So it turns out that my weapon does not actually need attunement.
Okay.
25. My shield and my armor need attunement.
So was I able to get the
I know, it's just
broom?
the shield. Weird.
Okay, are you going to use the favor for the broom, or are you going to try and do it on your own? For the broker?
I was going to do it through the broker.
Okay, so you roll another charisma check. See if you can get the that specific item 15 or higher.
Charisma check? I do not.
Persuasion.
I do not succeed this time.
Okay. What'd you get?
I got an 11.
7. He comes up with a list of other items, alternatives. He's got some pure healing potions, some spell scrolls available, some potions, gaseous form, stone giant strength, heroism. He found a feather token.
Which one?
Let's see. The whip. Time of opening might be, he figures might be useful to an adventurer. And use it 10 times and open various doors from a distance. Yeah. And a periaptive health. Prevents you from contracting diseases.
No
Like
more
super
super tetanus for you. Yeah.
the way it goes, huh?
Yep.
So those are the things he was able to find. If he says if you give me a another week, I can keep looking.
Sure.
I would like to see if he can find me a Sentinel shield.
Sentinel shield. What's the rarity on that one?
Uncommon.
Common as well. Okay.
I also asked him to.
GMO 20.
Yeah, he can find the Sentinel shield. He also found some interesting, better items.
Shield related.
20 or higher. So he found some rare items. Let's see. F. Shield related. Oh, well. Well, suppose I should have been looking for the shield, but I already found it, so I thought I'd find some other things of it. I did find some really good ammunition of +3. Great horseshoes, maybe a portable hole, and a thing called the Arrow of Slaying.
Interesting. I don't think that I'll need the ammunition or the arrow of slaying. The portable hole may be something that we could use.
Oh, well, the portable hole is available for 9,000 gold from my buyer.
That's cute. I think I'll just take the Sentinel shield.
Okay, all right. It was uncommon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That will be 6,000 gold plus my finding fee. That'll be 700 gold total.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. And then someone was looking for a healing wand.
Yeah, or staff.
Yeah, there's the Staff of Healing, and that is
Yeah.
a rare item.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be a DC 20 or higher. And if you've already got 2 weeks in on the search, you could give it a +1 for the second week.
I still fail.
Ah.
I only got an 18 with the +1. I also fail with the broom again.
Aw.
Only got a 7 for that.
Ooh.
No, I'm sorry. With all of the activity lately, there aren't that many stats of healing available. Seem to be in high demand, and it would appear that the witches are having a convention, so all the brooms are unavailable.
Very well.
Although you might be able to buy the broom from Balwin,
Yeah.
Yeah.
help him fund his monastery a little bit more.
Well, I'm happy to do that if he wants to.
Sure. I would be willing to sell that for you.
Going price is... Wow, only 100 gold.
I seem to remember I spent like 200 on it. I'd sell it to you for 200.
That's fair.
I mean, you just save the finder's fee this way.
Oh.
I'm also giving you. I'm also still giving you the names of the
Exterminators.
The exterminators.
All right.
The best magical exterminators I know.
With their trusty exterminating tools, Rat Smasher.
All right, another attempt at the staff.
Ooh. All right, another week.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna increase your finding fee?
Sure.
How many points are you adding to it?
I don't know what's the rate?
100 a week, 100 a point.
I'll add 100 to it.
Okay, add +1.
And I rolled a 19, so...
Woohoo!
Yay.
All right, yeah, he's able to find a staff of healing. It's 11,000 gold.
11,000?
It's rare, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too rich for my blood. Way too rich. That's fair.
Did we? Oh no, that's 6,000 silver pieces. 500.
I was gonna say you haven't split up party loot, maybe.
So we
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah, because I've got a significant amount written down.
Party loot, or if Dabrin hasn't used his favor yet.
I have not. Actually. And I wasn't sure what to use it on.
I'm just going to ask my favor to throw in funding for the monastery for no ulterior reasons or motives.
Valwyn will take his share of the party loot, and obviously that'll go to the his monastery. And then I do have an idea for my next character, pending DM approval.
Okay.
You know what? I will use the favor for the staff. 'Cause I have no idea what else I'd use it for right now.
Ooh, okay. 10,000 gold, 11,000 gold. That's significant. Well, given that Wayla has doubled up on the monastery, well, I'll see what I can do. See what I can do.
That's
There
fair.
might be some things I can figure out.
That's all I ask.
All right, and he comes back and he says, okay, so I was able to procure a staff of healing. The good news, that's the good news. The bad news is that it only has 3 charges left. And I don't know if you know this, but the lore is that if you use up the last charge, they will, it will dissolve. But there is a chance every day that it will increase in charges. So
Yeah.
if you're willing to have patience, it may in fact be a useful tool again. But I would definitely not recommend jumping in straight away and it all up.
What race is he?
Human, I believe.
Okay. Son, I'm 150 years old.
Oh,
I know
okay,
all
yes, I understand. You can have some patience in your life.
In your doddering old age. I mean, in your long-lived race.
Yes. Okay, and so the staff only regains charges after attuned.
Right.
So that's why it's kind of been sitting around at low charge for so long, because it's supposed to gain 1d6 plus 4 charges per dawn. So it's actually not that long. It's just no one understands that. So that should give you Cure Wounds up to 4th level, Lesser Restoration, and Mass Cure Wound a few times.
Yep.
Before you have to try and renew it.
Which is really nice because...
So, Aaron, what's your character concept you got for me?
So it would be race is Kalashtar. which is from the same book of Neil's character. Pretty sure it's from that book. And I would like to do the Psy Warrior out of the fighter class.
So, nothing about that race.
It's connected to the spirit realm of dreams, so they have some psychic and telepathic abilities. And I would like to have the quirk where I discuss things out loud with my spirit connection, my query spirit.
You have to say things aloud.
Yep, I have discussions with a spirit that really no one else can see, so I'd be doing a lot of talking to myself.
Nice. I like that.
And with the Kalashtar, I would like to use the Tashas and redirect where the ability point increases go instead of wisdom and charisma. Probably either strength or con, and one of the points would be in intelligence if I'm doing the Psy Warrior.
Okay.
You know what's a fun fact about staves in 5th ed?
What?
They double as offensive weapons.
Yeah.
So I can hit people over the head with a staff of healing.
Yes.
Yes. I
But
suppose
doing
you
so
can.
doesn't automatically heal them, unfortunately. You can't deal 1 damage and heal 1d6.
Those were the best weapons in Final Fantasy.
Yes. Stab you in the back for healing.
Okay, interesting. So it's
Which Final Fantasy was that?
mostly a human
Mm-hmm.
with just some psychic abilities and advantage on wisdom. Okay. And dream spells don't affect you.
Right. Dream spells don't affect, but sleep spells do.
Yeah. And you have white hair,
Yep.
apparently. Cool.
Yeah, that's what the image is. So yeah, I'd probably go with that.
And apparently are very well endowed for your fitness level.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So since you are in town, you can go ahead and be in the Yawning portal when they appear.
Okay.
And for work.
So while Dabrin is waiting for his stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go just investigate about why everyone's gone, who the Red Wizards are, just general things of that nature.
Okay, yeah. So where are you going?
Honestly, from my bounty hunting days, the best experience taught me at the bar, so I'm gonna go to the Yawning Portal.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So the first week of his 3-week search for the staff, you go there, and the Yawning portal is strangely empty. There's just a few folks there, and you can pick whatever seat you want, and you kind of get the lowdown that almost all the mercenaries and low-level adventurers in the area have been hired by the rebel wizards rebel red wizards in an attempt to strike back against the Thayans, who have rumors have found a way to teleport across Faerun in large numbers, and so there was a battle not very far from here, a couple hundred, like 100 miles or 80 miles or so away from Waterdeep, And so just everyone that was possibly available was being hired up and sent to defend the Sword Coast. Okay, let's see. And you do run into, there's a few high-level adventurers who just were too pricey for the Red Wizards. You do see an interesting white-haired individual sitting at the bar, just kind of nursing a drink.
Drink periodically, like, no, Ashana. I wanted to kind of have a group. It didn't go well last time when I just hired myself as an individual. There's no one next to me at the bar.
Yes. And they're talking to themselves.
Yeah.
Excuse me, was that directed to me? Because there doesn't seem to be anyone else. As I kind of point around, anyone else here?
Oh, no, I was just talking to my spirit companion. I was hoping to find a group and hire in with the Red Wizards to assist in the everything down and that's going on. But last time I hired myself as an individual, and if I'm not in some sort of group to begin with, people tend to avoid me. They don't like watching me talk to Ashana. People are weird.
Well, I may have just the people for you. We have strange things occur all the time. And a friend of mine has gone on to pursue his dream and do what was right for him.
Very noble of him. I'm sure he is a fantastic friend. And a great warrior.
May I have your name?
My name is Vishara.
Okay, Vishara. I guess what can you do? Because if I could vouch for you since you don't want to be hired alone. But you've got to be able to provide something for us.
Oh, I'm a skilled fighter, and my mental abilities are able to augment my martial skills.
Okay. Okay, what is your weapon of choice?
I prefer the sword, but I'm capable of using a number of different types of weapons.
Okay. And the whole spirit thing. Well, actually, I shouldn't be doing that. I talked to my weapon. I have no place to judge. Never mind. So the whole spirit thing doesn't happen a lot, or
Ashana is my quarry spirit, so I frequently have discussions with them.
And that's it. Just discussions. I won't have to worry about, say, a quarry spirit trying to, I don't know, strangle me.
Oh, no, strangle you, no. Maybe you have the unfortunate of coming across a dark spirit and maybe have some horrendous nightmares, but definitely no strangling.
I wish I stand under my breath. I wish Hamdan was here so he could make a table in his notebook. Horrendous nightmares. Fighter. Horrendous nightmares. Fighter. I've seen this. I kind of think to myself, I've seen the space in between the stars and the darkness that awaits there. Could that be anything worse in my dreams?
But, I mean, I am a my quarry is of the light. We do fight against the dreaming dark, so
Wrong choice of words. I will. If you want to wait here for a little bit, I will go and I'll run this by my group. And we'll see what we can do.
absolutely.
I should be back. I look at my pretend watch, a couple of hours.
I'll be here.
So
Don't
someone.
you mean we?
Yeah, we'll still be here.
And so I'll take the long way back home, still trying to figure out, I guess, which side of this conflict we should be on. Because, let's see, Rebel Lizards have found a way to transport or teleport en masse people to locations. Not a fan of that. That could be useful for me. The Red Wizards create a lot of high or well-known necromancy spells. Now, Dabrin won't like that. But do I really care what Dabrin thinks?
Just for an item of clarification, the Red Wizards have discovered the mass teleport.
Oh, the Red Wizards. So the Red
Rebel-
Wizards.
Rebel Red Wizards were a faction that broke off and
Got
are
it.
trying to stop them from invading the Sword Coast.
Invasion is bad. Invasion is bad, but it makes stronger people. I will eventually make my way back. I assume I find Hamnom not moved, because there are just so many interesting things watching Dabber negotiate.
Basically, I'm also probably like spending this amount of time just seeing how annoyed I can, like, annoying or provoking I can be with the staff without actually like breaking boundaries.
Doesn't that
Like,
require
at what
knowing
point-
boundaries are?
Well, I mean, yeah, so there is that, but knowing that I'm a guest and I can therefore get away with more things than usual, how much can I get away with before they will dare to ask me to not do something?
Like sticking your head in the toilet.
Yeah, like that. So I think today I'll just be, but I've picked one of the cooks in the kitchen, and I'm just spending the entire day standing behind him as much as possible.
Yeah, you're definitely going to get a few things spilled on you.
Which is absolutely fine.
And I think at one point there was an accidental knife cut, which of course didn't even dent your armor or scratch it.
I'll admit, I'm not going to think to look in the kitchen for Hamnom. I'll probably run into Dabrin first.
Yes.
Where's... Hey, Dabrin, I met someone at the Yawning portal who, well, one, they weren't
Congratulations.
hired out. They said that they have strong capabilities as a fighter and a strong mental acuity that augments their abilities. Since Valwyn has left us, they could be useful as a replacement. But
Okay.
I think that we should have everyone's opinion on it. Now, where's Hamnom?
Last I heard, he was making some kerfuffle in the kitchen.
And
When he
if-
doesn't eat.
And if I may ask, sir, if you could maybe redirect Sir Grandis Hominem to more open areas for his research. Our
I will try.
cooks have complained.
Cool. Give me a second.
Meanwhile,
But he
Jade
doesn't
seems
eat.
to be,
Why is he in the kitchen?
I don't know.
If I may
Okay.
interject, sir, I do believe that he's
Yeah,
continuing
that's,
his research upon the immortals on that he has so desperately desired to watch.
And last I saw of Jade, she was off. She was talking at the docks to some really unsavory-looking people. She seemed really familiar with them, though.
That's a bridge we're going to cross when we get there.
When she gets here, you mean?
When she actually just walked in the room.
Oh, how funny is that?
Coincidentally.
Well,
I am here, but I don't know what's going on.
Neither do any of us.
We just met a new... Well, one of us just met a new person.
Okay.
Fallon doesn't get a chance to die to rats yet.
Yeah.
you don't know, or wait, that might be one of his training regiments, is that he has his monks kill giant rats.
Yes. It makes the students very confused why this is supposed to be a challenge.
Well, we can't, well, first we have to collect Homnom. We've been ordered to.
Requested politely, if you
I was
say,
gonna say,
if you may,
you've
sir.
been aggressively, politely requested.
Let's get Homnom and we'll see if we can find Jade. I'll introduce you guys to Vishnar. No, that's not right. I know it starts with a V.
Vishara.
Vishara. Damn. So I will make my way to the kitchen. What are you doing? No, not you, chef. Homnom. What are you doing?
I am observing.
Is more a nuisance than an observer.
I am clearly not within a range where I can see. I am not touching you.
You have access to any one favor from.
Okay,
You are
Homnom.
clearly in the
You
way
might
and
not,
constantly a
actually. You
bother.
weren't
I just
originally
wish
hired.
you don't even eat. I don't even understand.
I may
why
have
you're
found
here.
somebody
We
who's
should have.
more interesting than these humdrum.
Balwin is retiring to.
The cook begins to look insulted
Fine,
and then
I'll be
realizes what you're
monastery.
doing.
You will. Somebody that talks to spirit. You already have someone that talks to other non-seeable things.
I suppose. But if I stop standing behind him now, I might lose my place. I can't really. I suppose I can have a control experiment. This will be fine.
I can guarantee you will get so much more information out of this brand new individual.
Suitable. I will follow.
All right. Now we got to go find Jade.
The cook immediately puts everything down and begins following Homnom directly behind him.
So does that mean we now have a cook we have to take care of?
No, after about 100 steps, he says, forget it. How do you even have the patience for this? And wanders off.
I look at the luggage behind me. You get used to it.
Speaking of the luggage, is there anything we want to get rid of that we don't need?
The luggage looks sadly at Davrin.
Not at the luggage. What is inside the luggage?
No, I don't mean to. I don't mean that you're a burden. I'm just saying you get used to something following you.
The luggage kind of opens up and shows you the 10 full plate.
That's right. We've got that to get rid of.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, get rid of.
Offload.
But first, let's go meet our potential new recruit. Or as Yzmod would say in the short time I knew him, meat shield.
Did Jade get... Was Jade offered the same reward as we were? Since she wasn't technically hired?
Yes, everyone who came back was offered.
Okay.
plate can sell for 700 gold each. 750 gold each, by the way.
Man, remember when that staff cost 11,000 and we're like, how do we get that money?
Yeah, we could have done it this way.
We need to offload some stuff anyways.
So go ahead and take
I mean, that
half
still
value
wouldn't
for
quite
everything.
be enough.
Yeah, right. But I need to take a quick break so you can get Jade built back.
Okay.
I did not net 20 this negotiation, by the way. Just my boots.
Let me see if my... Well, technically that's for magic items. For humdrum items, we would just...
Yeah, just
sell them.
half.
Yeah.
Sell for half value.
Yeah.
Maybe I can threaten for a better price.
I net 20 selling my boots.
Nice.
So instead of selling them for 400, I sold them for 8. I made a profit.
Nice.
I'm gonna get this. If you want some details filled in.
Yes, I would.
Also, we established that apparently the toilets in this mansion go to an extraplanar dimension
Okay.
that does somehow have a U-bend.
Okay.
The post office is ring gates. The indoor plumbing is also ring gates.
You're a ring gate. I'm a ring gate. We're all ring gates. Oh, it's we haven't, I guess, divvied up party loot yet. If you want to subtract, since you have it in front of you, Aaron.
Yeah.
640 gold from that, because I've got 60 gold on me for the Sentinel Shield.
Okay. Okay, the Ring of Protection went to Homnum. So I'll remove that.
With my AC being 18, how bad do I need shield? I don't know. But you know what? I'll store those.
There is an Armor of Vulnerability.
Yay, I mean darn. We need to
Armor
find, is there anybody we don't like?
Black Razor arm. So I have written Vulnerability, Slashing, and Black Razor. Armor Invulnerability, Slashing.
Technically, I think it's supposed to be invulnerability, and then we're supposed to put it on and find out it's cursed.
Yeah, that would be my guess. But there's 500 gold, 200. Oh, it's platinum. 4 pieces of jewelry worth a total of 11,000.
That's right. Oh yeah, it just says jewelry, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
I was thinking precious stone wise.
Yeah. And then 6,000 silver pieces. Another 1 piece of jewelry worth 3,000 gold. We sold Wave. Valwyn took the goggles of night. There's 100 gold in the Stone of Good Luck. There's so much gold in there.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we did. Yeah, we did find all that gold at the end of
Yeah.
the Tomb of Tamo-chan? Tamo-chan?
Yeah.
We were smart enough to outsmart the decapitation trap.
Yeah, since I've got written down 10k silver, 2.5k gold, jewelry worth 12,000 gold, 600 gold pieces, 2 bags of different dust, 2 unknown potions.
you know,
But that may have been stuff that got divided given my other. I don't know.
I don't know how much we lost when we all bought like boots of flying and
Yeah,
better armor, all that fun stuff.
because my character sheet shows 2,666 silver, 173 gold, and 6 platinum. But I know
I mean, I don't remember dividing it, but I also don't remember a lot of things.
I know the stuff above the potions of supreme healing we hadn't divvied up,
Yes, I remember that.
because there's the figuring of wondrous power ebony fly.
Yep, oh, that's a good one. No one has that one.
Yeah,
Does anybody want a giant fly?
I remember it was actually pretty cool. I don't remember exactly what it did.
It turns into a giant fly. It gains certain abilities. One of those obviously being fly. I think it has a bite attack that poisons. I only know because of my figurines of wondrous power that are lions.
Yes.
I have to go with lions instead.
So if we total, so I guess I can calculate the golden total.
Go grab a cup of water. I'll be right back.
That's 3,000 gold.
I will also take that chance. BRB.
So they fill you in?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I was just gonna ask if
Yeah.
Aaron was there. Okay, so you all headed back. Waterdeep, you met with Lord Hastings, basically giving you access to his mansion to converse for as long as you want. Offered you access to benefit or one favor, given effort you all went through to acquire this stuff, losses you sustained, and then got a few hints of activities 100 miles away from Waterdeep, where what sounds like Thayan enemies from the east are teleporting in a massive army, and that's why you don't see any adventure down. They're all defending the coast. Jade, you were probably out talking with your buddies, colleagues, Dwarf.
Yep.
Wharf, not dwarf. And what you got from them was this: that if the right now the invading armies had no seafaring capabilities, but they were talking like maybe we can get in on this scheme, maybe we can convince them defense and start to get takes on this opportunity. They've got some of their more kind individuals trying to negotiate with the Red Wizards and massive incomes. The rebel-led rebellion, not the. But there might be. There probably were some conversations. Well, yeah, and then kind of wandered back in Dabrin, and oh, you also found out the guy that you barely even knew, monkey guy, the dragon person, has decided to create his own monastery and stop adventure. Left. And yeah, at this point, Wayla is kind of gathering people to talk about a potential for new party member.
Okay.
They didn't leap out of the luggage train.
I know.
May take over, Jacob.
All right. There you are, Jade.
And
I was
so
just telling
taking the total of
Dabrin
stuff
and
that was above
Hamnom
the
over here
healing
that
potions.
while I was
Everyone
learning
gets
about why
40
everyone
platinum,
wasn't here, I met someone in the
3,240
Yawning
gold.
portal.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh.
Aaron, I think Jacob can't hear you.
I cannot.
Yeah, let me try reconnecting.
Yeah, I just heard both of you talking and couldn't understand any of it.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry.
Everybody clear? Jacob, can
Yep.
you hear?
Yes.
Aaron, can you hear Jacob?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Oh, there you are, Jade. I was just getting Dabrin and Hamnom over here. I've met somebody in the Yawning portal who may be able to assist us. And since Valwyn has left,
I'm gonna miss him. He was really nice.
he was,
Who's your friend?
or still is. I shouldn't talk about him like he's passed. He hasn't died. He just wanted to complete his own goals and his dream. And that's something that I can respect. But that still leaves us with the issue of we're down a person. And I think I may be able to find somebody, or I may have found somebody who can accompany us. Or as, you didn't know Yzmon, but I'll show you his statue as we walk through town.
He's a statue? That's impressive. He must have been a fine, upstanding fellow.
That is, I guess, one way to describe it. If your name is Yzmon, but as Yzmon would say,
So he certainly, if you would have asked him.
Yes, Davrin was there too. He does understand Yzmod's quirks. There we go.
Okay.
That's a
Back.
handy way.
Sorry.
And so as we make our way back to the Yawning portal, we stop by Yzmon's church, and I go, "That's him right there. That's also him high-fiving himself, but one of them is an illusion. But they're both him." So we make our way back to the Yawning portal. And have you moved?
No, so I'm saying at the best, like, no, we should give him a little bit more time. The time isn't quite up yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot. They talk to a spirit. So there's that. See, Hamnom, I told you. Isn't this so much more interesting?
I mean, it is more interesting, but I don't know if I trust anyone who doesn't come out of the luggage.
So, character turns around. I wave.
I begin walking towards Vishara. Come on, everybody. This is Vishara. We've had a little bit of discussion. Vishara's got strong mental acuities, and she is training as a fighter. Unless you're male, and I'm wrong.
I was going with male.
He has strong mental acuity, and he has training as a fighter.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell to the group? I have Davrin Stonehammer here, Jade, Grandis Homnim. We call him Homnom. Oh, and the luggage.
No, they certainly they do look more capable than some of the groups that we've encountered. But yeah, so it's good to meet all of you.
Greetings.
Yes, I've been wanting to get involved with the everything that's going on along the Sword Coast, but find it easier to do so in with a group rather than hiring myself out individually.
Strength in numbers is always preferable.
Yes. Yes. It's like, I'm quite capable, but it's always good to have allies to watch your back.
And besides, I don't think an invasion of the Sword Coast would be quite beneficial for us. Or at least, I hope you're on the side of the rebel Red Wizards.
Yes, I would not want... Yeah, no, I am against the Sword Coast being invaded. Yeah.
So, anything you want to tell us about your spirit?
I mean, my spirit is Ashana, spirit of the plane of dreams. It's my connection to the plane of dreams. We do ultimately work against the dreaming dark, and assisting to protect the Sword Coast is one ways we can do that.
And so as I kind of like lean over to Dabrin, or I guess lean down, it's not real subtle.
Hey.
See, this is somebody that we could use. I hope.
Let's see. That's not a great insight.
We
18.
we could always wait.
I like how that's not a great insight for me.
We could always wait before we give them the headband.
Yeah. That could be wise. We will see. But we'll get to know him a little better first.
Does anyone have any objections? Considering we've lost Valwyn, or
Okay.
Valwyn has retired. I should quit speaking about Valwyn as if he's died.
All of you hear in your mind, if it would be easier for these discussions, we can do so telepathically.
Don't like that. I immediately don't like that. Is this what you meant by mental acuity?
It is part of my mental acuity. My mental abilities allow me to communicate with you and allow me to grant you the ability to communicate back to me. I'm not able to read your thoughts or anything along those lines, if that's what you're afraid of, if you may be afraid of that.
Now I think over the headband to Dabrin. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if we give him the headband or not.
Nope, doesn't seem to.
As I think to the group, well, that's an interesting insight. I just learned something today. Does anyone have any qualms about this? I suppose I will say I'm not a fan of the intruded. Telepathy, but maybe that's something we could work around.
At which point, Yawning portal doors burst open, and in comes just a flood of mercenaries and adventurers, all cheering and yelling and enjoying themselves, and the place becomes raucous again.
Well, looks like somebody's having a party.
Dabrin and I mean, it's just anyone's passive perception up. It sounds like they won,
Whoa!
and they've been paid, and they've all just got off the march back from Daggerford, and they're all excited to spend their well-earned cash.
Maybe when this is all said and done, we should just open a bar.
I mean, it's not a bad idea.
Sounds like fun.
I know my way around a brewing, around a brewery.
I know some really interesting drinks.
No one's going to
Well,
take the bait on that one, I think.
Mostly with little umbrellas in them.
Why would your drink need over telepathic link? Why would your drink need an umbrella?
Every drink is better with an umbrella.
What? When did drinks start having umbrellas in them?
Different cities. Mostly topical.
Huh.
Now I'm confused. I'm just gonna sit there, kind of like trying to picture why a beverage would need an umbrella.
Why wouldn't it need an umbrella? They're cute.
But it doesn't do anything. Whatever. Regardless of umbrellas in drinks, I do think that we need somebody else. Is there any objections?
I'm not about to object.
No, this seems,
About par for the course?
yeah.
Luggage kind of sidles up next to Shara. Sniffs at the spot next to Vishara where Shauna is. It's a nuzzle from Ashana. Kind of nods. Heads back over to Devrin.
Well, the luggage seems to have made its decision, I guess. Welcome to our little group, Vishana.
Thank you.
I have a question about your telepathic abilities.
Go ahead. And I'm now communicating exclusively over the telepathic link.
Okay. Are you able to direct it at a specific person?
Yes.
Okay.
And Nick, as a note, I am now going to every hour renew the link to allow them to communicate back to me while I'm awake.
And that distance is not infinite advance.
It is not. It is
What, like 10 feet times your level?
No, it's number of feet equal to 10. Yeah, it's 10 times my level, and I think we have to be able to see each other. At least to establish the link, we must be able to see and be within range.
So why are we?
Oh wait, never mind. Okay, that's not quite as good. I can only do it to one person at a time. I didn't get far enough.
So it's you slide into the DMs.
Yeah. Yes. So I guess I would not have done that to everyone involved. It's limited. I can talk to one of you at a time.
At which point you start to hear fight.
Whoa.
And a small brawl has broken out. A magical dome automatically appears over the fight zone, containing it, all the combatants.
A quick question. How long is this taking place after I got the staff?
You have not received the staff yet.
Okay.
This is like the second week, maybe.
Okay, just making sure.
But before we do leave for, I guess, anything, Visharna, if we can find out more about the current conflict going on and what we can do to assist, we do have to wait. Davrin has purchased an item and we're waiting for it.
Ah, understandable. I suppose. Yes, I agree. We should ask some of these mercenaries that came from the field.
And I'm going to turn my attention to the fight and all things violence.
Yes. One of the mercenaries overhears you. Ah, the stories I could tell you, young pup.
I'm just going to let Davrin handle that young pup part.
So tell me, what happened?
Blood. There was carnage. We were victorious. And he starts to talk in gory detail about things that completely are unrelated.
Compared to anything we faced, does it sound at all interesting?
I mean, your early adventures.
I wasn't there for the early stuff.
There was one tiny tidbit that he ends in. He's like, and yeah, warrior, which I was going toe to toe with, eyes turned pale. Seemed far off look. From his hands, same hands that just held a great, erupted a spout of fire. Suddenly engulfed my companions. We were able to cut him down before any more odd magic from him.
That does seem very odd.
I got a 16 Arcana.
It is definitely strange. No conjuration or abjuration spells that would cause some guys to go pale like that, and then suddenly have the ability to spray fire.
Was that happening often in the army of the Red Wizards?
It's the only time I saw it. There are other stories. Random warriors exploding. Some warriors throwing fireballs into the midst of our rank. We learned very quickly that when the eyes go pale, call out, focus our attention on that one.
Interesting.
Was it only one? That catches my attention from the bar fight. I say, was it only one at a time? Considering since you said that you could call it out and you focused on one.
Certainly seemed more widespread than that in my area. All did seem to end. We're victorious, though. The rest of the Thay and Red Wizards were captured, and their warriors were.
Did we establish if Thayan was race versus culture versus religion?
So Davrin rolled a check and notes that there is a country.
A country of Thay.
Of Thay on the eastern side of Faerun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So I rolled a 16. I don't have anything to add at the moment.
You did not much about Thay. You might have heard a few. You might have heard the name once or twice when you venturing just left. Jacob. Or not. Layla. But yeah, there was. The rest of you all have heard snippets. I don't know if Hamnam would know. Our reach I don't think you've been there long.
No, in my entire 3 years of existence.
Right.
Hey, Nick, what role would it be?
You could roll history or arcana or even religion. Or all three. Or whatever.
I'll go with Arcana, which is a 22.
22, yeah. So you'll know what Dabra knew at the start. Several of the recent necromantic spells have come from Thay. Also, with a 22, they have an Order of the Red Wizard, not just a order of autonomous wizards or sort of thing. They're actually built into the governmental structure. And what you know about the Red Wizard, they are pretty much all undead. Vampires, liches, various sorts, forms of don't take kindly.
Okay. Oh man, those guys freak me out.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The Red Wizards, yeah, they're scary.
Well,
And disturbing.
suppose it's good to have a victory against them then. Twin Mercenary, was it kind of a final victory? Are we sure it's a final victory?
I mean, they told us to go home and they paid us. Final enough for me.
Final enough for me too.
They say that some of the more advanced adventurers did beat the list. So, drink to that.
I'm sure that liches are well known for their inability to come back.
Yeah.
At which point the bar fight has now ended, and things kind of die down a little. One of the house healers comes in and makes sure everybody's living, and then starts mending tables and chairs.
So, if we wanted to join in this defense against the Red Wizards, who would we need to speak to?
Asha recruited me. She was here. Might look around. They tend to also wear red. Call themselves the Rebellion Red Wizards. I don't know, but yeah, I look for some red robes. Might be able to.
Thank you. I think that's just what I'll do.
All right.
So I'm going to go off and look for some red robe wearing wizards.
Wizards, not lizards.
Strangely enough, you do find a lizard off in one of the corners, like walking along one of the shelves, wearing a red robe for some.
Oh, kobolds.
Boy lizard, are you a wizard?
It does release its polymorph and does come back as a wizard. And she says,
okay.
yes, I would try to stay out of the way of senseless violence. These thugs are difficult to work with. Oh, I'm sorry. She sees the sword on your side. These wonderful men sometimes get a little rowdy.
Oh, no, I would agree. Most of them are thugs.
So
Definitely a hard statement. I don't know how I feel about that.
14 insight.
Yeah, she doesn't particularly like working to hire mercenaries. They tend to be rowdy, and as a female amongst their ranks, it becomes difficult at occasions.
Oof.
Yes.
So we were wanting to inquire about hiring on for the battles against the
Red Wizard.
undead red wizards.
Well, I probably gather it defeated the invasion. You're all just celebrating it.
But I
I
have
think you're a little
heard.
late.
I have heard though, and you can feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but the Red Wizards have developed a way to teleport mass amounts of troops across
Yes.
very long distances.
Hey, yeah, I heard about the Bloodgate. Very many people have heard about that. Why don't you? Why don't we find a private room? We don't bother these bugs with our conversation. And he opens up a basically a rope trick, horizontal rope trick, the wall. It just makes her own room. Come on in.
Okay.
Okay, and you all go in, or
I mean, I'm going in.
Yep, I'll go. in.
Yeah, if she's not going to stop me, I'm absolutely going in.
I absolutely trust her.
looks
I might as
out.
well.
She looks out, doesn't see anyone else coming. Pulls a zipper that wasn't there before, shut, and it... Okay, yes, sorry, it's so noisy. Hear like the background sounds of bowls crashing in and out. This is my zen place. I get to find my center, but I think this. She conjures up a few chairs, bushy red chairs. There's like a card table center. Already got like some cigars and pipes and stuff. So feel free. Have Bloodgate. Yes, you were able to capture the Bloodgate, from what I've heard. Generals. So for at least the meantime, while we hold the Bloodgate, I feel pretty confident that they're not going to send. Well, the Lich Lord Sass Tam was defeated on the battlefield. So I think that we have this under. Thank all the good gods that Sass Tam has finally been struck a blow. Over 1,000 years of his rule, been rough.
And how exactly was he struck this blow? If he's lived for 1,000 years, I don't think there's much a sword or an axe or a spear could do to end that.
A good point. It has been many centuries since he has even had to use phylactery, so no one actually knows where he's kept it. So we are still kind of in a wait to see what his next play is going to be. But as long as we can hold Bloodgate Nexus, Bloodgate, confident, prevent further incursions. But to that end, while we do have a full complement of Bloodgate guards time, I would be happy to take it down, or if you give me permission to send you messages, I may be able to contact you if you rise.
Think I'd be willing for that, and also
Sure.
I don't suppose there's any clues on where the phylactery might be that it could be hunted down.
No, I don't actually myself. Shuriana, our lead general, might know more, but at this time she is probably a little busy managing the defense and the setup of the Black Gate or the floodgates.
Understandable.
I can certainly forward your interest on this occasion. Tell me a little bit about yourselves, because I need to know kind of what you're capable, sort of missions you would be interested in.
Well, we recently returned from White Plume Mountain, recovering artifacts for Lord Hastings and his
Lord Hastings?
camaraderie.
Wait, you know Lord Hastings?
We do.
Curious, I was just at a dinner party.
Yes, he would not permit us to join, probably because we don't meet his standards of the usual company he probably has.
Well, it was a political discussion, and adventurers are not generally invited into greater realms political discussion, and to have a very straightforward approach, which is not always the right approach. If you dare take that feedback with a grain of salt. Yes, yeah, we were there discussing the defense of Waterdeep and of that other town. Daggerford, as they were the targets of the Red Wizard. Thankfully, better heads prevailed. Have a few decided they just should look out for Waterdeep and not strike out. Thankfully, we were able to get the funding required to defend this fast ham and his. Just find it so weird to me. Same room, same building. Well, I'll have to ask Lord Waterdeep, or Lord Hastings, Lord Hastings of your qualification. White Plume Mountain, you said?
Yes.
Are there any other adventures, plates that I may know?
I wasn't there for the tomb, so I can't say that. I'm not about to say, yeah, we went through time.
Yeah. No.
Meanwhile, I will absolutely, if I have heard enough about it, I will absolutely mention the spell plague.
What?
Speaking of which, let's see, what color am I today? I rolled a 2.
Okay, you're two colored. I don't. What die did you roll?
I rolled a d6, so
6, a green.
okay. So I'm a green dwarf cleric.
Yeah, you're pulling my leg. There ain't no way you were the spell plague. You're not undead.
I have no idea.
I'm green.
I mean, you wouldn't have been able to pass through my portal if you.
I am neither undead nor pulling your leg. My hands are right here.
That's the hobnob answer I wanted.
Sure that.
Phylactery here and I are the only two of our group who actually witnessed those events.
I'm not going to say anything about it.
Plague.
In a manner of speaking, we got hurtled through time by it.
Yeah.
I mean, our history tells spell plague was when Zastam last struck his last major blow. I mean, that is why Thay why he constantly lusts for. If I'm remembering my history right, that was when he was trying to conquer entire East, and the spell plague was the only reason it failed, because the entire magic system for built his life altered.
I'm going to refrain from saying you're welcome.
I mean, by God, you are certainly qualified adventurer, survived the spell plague and continued to thrive. I mean, maybe you will be a fitting actual end to Zastam finally.
Given our the fate of several of our compatriots, I don't know about thriving, but
the only thing I was going to say is to distract from this whole spell plague, we caused it conversation.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
definitely not mentioning that part.
You caused the spell play?
No, I didn't say that.
Nope, I didn't say that. I was gonna ask. So, what's your stance when you hold the blood gate? Is the plan just to sit on the other side and propel invasions? Have you not thought about putting an end to this yourself? With the, as you said, thugs yourselves to walk through the blood gate and take this fight to the Red Wizards?
Yeah, there have been discussions of Bloodgate to essentially infiltrate the vault. I'm sorry, vault. The vault is where we believe that Sastam and his lich lords build out their plans and test out their theories. Again, all of their machinations, and we believe that that is actually tied to the Bloodgate. Siriana and her other generals are currently investigating. I believe that the one adventuring party has already been discover what they can about the Duke. God rest their soul. Not go well. Or whatever multi-god phrase. Baylor rest their souls. I don't know.
Yeah.
I choose the Bender approach of, oh, your gods. But we have survived our fair share of encounters,
Certainly sounds like.
and we think that we could be of assistance.
I will certainly run a that's I that tells me that Sastam has lived a couple thousand years. Or unlived. Been in power for this period of time. Been the main emperor of Thay since all of the of Thay himself. We could win if we could strike this blow. Country chance for the living to have a foothold dead. Well, nothing else can be decided here. No, I'm happy to talk for a little while. I not do back for time, but what else I could share with you? Questions?
I do not.
No.
I think my curiosity has been sated.
Well then, how about a card game? Conjures up a deck of cards. Takes you all in for all you got.
I will gladly take this opportunity to
Might be a
see
lot,
how
depending on
much
how the party
of
goes.
her time I can, I don't want to say waste, but
But waste.
occupy is good. Yeah, I'm going to try to. I'm basically going to be as friendly and hospitable as possible, but without any sort of inclination to actually leave.
Okay. Well, she
Yeah.
actually starts asking a lot of questions about you, your race, and your construction, and your timeline.
I will gladly answer those questions, but I will follow up with questions of my own.
What you get from her is basically that Sastam and country itself has been led and by the undead, or that they actually have become anyone who's living and down on them, not give them opportunity. Red Wizards, 90% undead at this. Set at that, want to be undead, still wants to study magic.
I don't know. See, being undead seems like a really good career move for her. Has she considered the benefits of becoming a is this like a career path where you're like, I want to see about getting promotion, so I'll like train a few years, kill myself, resurrect as an undead.
Right, yeah.
What's
You
the career
set
ladder
her
of
off.
Red Wizards?
You set her off, and she goes on this 30-minute tirade about living rights and how the planes were actually made for the living and what they're doing, supporting that true form of magic and blah blah blah.
Living lives matter.
And eventually, the spell actually runs out, and you are all spit out into the yawning portal again. But the table next to it was actually taken by a party of gnomes, and so like you were all just like spit out onto their table and spill all their drink. They get rather irritated at you and gibber at you.
Gonna clean myself off.
Yeah, wipe off.
It's
And,
okay. It's okay.
kind of-
I think I know how to handle gnomes, and I will pull out a bag of ball bearings. Like, look, shiny things. Look.
You captured at least half of their attention. One of them starts taking ball bearings and putting it in, seeing what happens. Various drinks.
I cast light on one of them.
I'm just gonna.
I don't know why this is working either. Why?
Gotten all the information I need.
All right, so you end the night of revelry and play, and just for the sake of timing here, the rest of the week passes. Talk to things. You get the on healing.
Yes.
Staff of healing.
Staff of healing.
Staff of healing arrives, and behind it, a messenger comes. Says that my dear adventurers, Sirana, like to talk to you. There has been an incident, an opportunity at the Nexus, Floodgate. He invites you, and he lists Waterdeep teleportation circles, 6B, to join her at the Nexus Floodgate, teleportation there, and she'll be in contact shortly.
Neat.
Okay.
Let us continue.
All right.
I changed my traveling clothes to my adventuring equipment.
Yes, this is your opportunity to wrap up any last minute. This is going to be long. Not have shopping trips available. Likely.
Yeah. I figure I'll discuss with you what kind of items I end up with.
Yeah, I don't know how much money I have to work with.
We didn't actually calculate it.
So I don't think you heard the stuff that I know hadn't been divided up that was above the healing potions. Everyone gets 40 platinum, 3,240 gold.
Hang on a
1,000
second.
Wait.
Okay.
Hang on.
40 platinum. 3,240?
Yep. And then 1,360 silver.
What was the silver?
1360.
And then there's also the armor of vulnerability, invulnerability,
Vulnerability.
stone of good luck, a figure of wondrous power, ebony fly.
You might as well keep the
The stone of good luck and the figure of wondrous power.
yeah, we might as well keep those in party loot.
Hey, Nick.
Go.
What would be the cost of a very rare item?
Very high.
Item.
Very high.
I still had that up. 10 to 40,000
Okay. And rare?
2 to 20,000.
Okay.
1,000
Okay.
plus the finding fee.
Yeah.
And you have one rich person favor.
Yeah, what does a rich person favor entail?
Whatever's within his power to grant.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like a list.
There isn't a set limit, but Dabrin got an expensive staff, and Valwyn got an entire monastery. So
Yeah.
Okay. So you can ask for like a really nice thing.
Yes.
What was your staff?
The Staff of Healing.
Rare.
Okay.
Which was
I
11,000.
used my favor to double down on Valwyn's monastery.
So,
And Homnom decided that his favor didn't. Sorry. The Lord Hastings decided that Homnom's favor was turn a blind eye to his servants.
However, the servants will remember this.
And if they could poison it, probably.
Not for lack of trying.
You're gonna need more time in sessions. Absolutely.
Yeah,
What might have
I'll have
happened in
to.
that 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'll have to message you because I'm not quite sure, but I know I want something.
So how many days since I got the staff are we at?
You just got it.
Okay.
So, I mean, I can be generous and say it came today. Have one chance to increase charges.
Okay. So it regains a lot of charges in a day.
Yeah, 1d64.
yeah.
But that's only expended charges.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you won't go over the max.
No,
Right.
but it has 10 max.
Yeah.
And completely refill from. Want to roll it?
I already did.
Yeah.
I rolled a 2, so it regained 6.
So, yeah.
So you're up to 9 charges.
Yeah.
Pretty much full.
When creating a new character in the campaign, do you have the other one leave the campaign?
Yeah, I usually have it. I usually archive it or
Yeah.
on my end.
Okay.
Eventually. I started to scroll. Scroll bar was tiny compared to. Yeah. Valwyn. I will deactivate Valwyn.
Okay.
I realized none of my characters were deactivated either.
They were.
Oh, they were?
Yeah.
Okay. I have to actively delete them then.
So do you kind of? Sorry, I forgot how this works. Do I have to create the character first and it joins the campaign, or is there a way for me to join the campaign in the character creation?
I will click on and start to build your
Okay.
character. Yeah.
The other thing you can do is if you go to Collections, My Campaigns, and click on Tales of the Yawning Portal, It has a underneath active characters, there's unassigned characters. You can create an unassigned character. So you can go ahead and create it and then claim it, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, because Zara is unclaimed.
Yeah, at the moment. But I still, because I made her, I still can like view her sheet, and it gives me access to all the options and stuff that we get from Nick.
And if you don't delete your character, I can actually have like a running log of all perish or departed the campaign.
I'll go ahead and just.
We're at 14,
my character there.
15 now.
It's actually more, but I just left. I just left the campaign with most of my characters because they are not useful at the moment. Half of them are dead.
Ah?
Yeah. Of the 6 characters that I have made, one is incomplete for Aaron's game. Bilbish and Borosh are dead. Thralian is still asleep. And Elijah for Aaron's game is dead.
That's my favorite spin-off potential, honestly, is the 5,000.
Oh no, I can't hear Neil anymore. All right, I'm back.
Oh, I managed to hit the mute button.
Oh, okay.
But on my microphone and not the other one. Yeah, I just like the thought of the post-apocalyptic D&D campaign where they just wake up from not even a cryo sleep.
I mean, it didn't take much of us to have the spell plague happen. All right, so you all head out to the teleportation circle. Let's see. Tuela, you get a sending. Hi, this is Sirana. I would like to bring you to the Blood Gate to discuss an opportunity. Would you and your companions be willing? Would you and your companions be willing to be teleported by me?
I'm going to turn to everyone. I'm going to say, so Sarana's asked us to join her at the Blood Gate, and she can teleport us. Is that something that you all are interested in?
Yep, that's fine. Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
And I respond to the sending. I say, we're ready.
Hey, step into the circle, please. And there's a guy at the gate, like, tickets, please. Where are you heading?
Don't say something that'll get us in trouble.
Do you have anything to declare?
We're going to the Blood Gate. We've been summoned.
To the Bloodgate Nexus.
Oh, yes. You must be Tuela and crew, right? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Yes, I was warned. I was warned that you would be coming. Please, right this way. Don't mind your puppy dog there. It seems to be trying to eat my gate.
Down.
Do you create water so you can like spray bottle it?
That's a lot of spray bottle.
I mean, I could pray. I could start praying that up.
All right, and you feel a slight tugging sensation, and suddenly You all arrive in a shadowy hall with glowing teleportation circles etched into the floor. Before you have time to consider your situation, the image of a female red wizard suddenly appears and speaks to you. Hi, I'm Sirana. Finally, it's good to meet you. Welcome to Thay.
Thank you.
This is now the farthest in geography that you all have ever been.
Thank
But
you
only
for
in geography.
Sirana.
Sirana. My name is Sirana. So, many red wizards have chafed under the rule of Sastam. Oh, once Thay was a land of learning and power. Now death scours Thay, while the Lich Lord ignores all concerns other than his quest to become a god. If his plans are left to run their course, none will be left to arrive alive here to worship him. This gatehouse, this magic gatehouse from which I can send you into the Doom Vault, is the very would be the very heart of the Lich Lord's domain, deep beneath the Thay Mount in Thay. The Doom Vault is a secret laboratory and containment structure beneath which lies a hidden storehouse where phylacteries of Sastam, we've learned the phylacteries of Sastam, and his elite liches are held. There, the Lich Lord's power can be broken finally. Your aid. I offer you an opportunity to take the fight directly to the Lich Lord. I offer you a chance to help me see that Sastam's power is finally broken. Phylactery Vault is where you can make that happen. What say you?
I'm going to send a quick message over the headband to Davrin. Don't mention the previous laboratories we've been in.
Nope.
Oh, did you give the headband to Vishara?
We would have mentioned it being an option. It up to
Well, she can
him.
only talk. He can only talk to
Yeah.
one of us at a time. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
without the headband, I
It
would
seems-
only be able to
it
talk
seems
to one
prudent.
at a time.
to offer it to him.
And would you have attuned it, Vishara?
Yes, I would have attuned it.
What say you?
Would that mean I am
I'm
willing?
ready to fight this. To take the fight to Zaxtan and to release his reign on Thay.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. There are a few things I can tell you about the Doom Vault, but I unfortunately don't know much. The last adventuring party we had was only able to report so much of what has been there. Although I was an active part of developing the Bloodgate Nexus, so I can tell you more about the Nexus than anything. You do need to know before we go much further, though, that we are defending the Bloodgate with our lives. We are defending it as best we can. Zastam's minions continue to try and take it back, for without the Bloodgate, they have no hope of extending their reach. So my life may end at any moment as we defend this location. That's why I can't be here in person, and I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
So what can I tell you? What would you like to know?
Was the original purpose of the Bloodgate always meant for invasion?
The Bloodgate was originally intended, indeed, for invasion, but also as a way to separate the Doom Vault. The Doom Vault is separated into 9 sectors, and each sectors are divided by gates, white gates and black gates. White gates divide the sectors, and black gates connect through here, through the Bloodgate, to the other various locations within the Doom Vault. Will know them by the color. The white gates are clear quartz fragments in a circle of runes. and a white mist. The black gate is the same, but with black onyx and shadowy energy. You will need to acquire keys to magic crystals called glyph keys that can attune to the specific zones of the Doom Vault and move about.
Okay. So we'll need to get. Is there a specific key to reach the room with the phylactery? Do you know?
We do not know how to reach the phylactery at this time. We believe that you may be able to find clues within the dungeon. There are other red wizards like myself, who have broken or are close to breaking from Sastam. Not all are incredibly loyal to him and his causes, so you may be able to find those sympathetic to our own cause still within the Doom Vault.
Okay.
You may also find, we believe that there is a thriving underground economy in the dungeon. Not only will you find opportunities to buy and sell special magic items that may help within the Doom Vault, some will sell you glyph keys, and some folks may even be available to hire to assist you in your efforts.
Interesting.
I can teleport you to 8 of the 9 sectors of your choice. And we can also communicate once you're there. There are contact stones. They look like, and she describes a set of glyphs that you'll be able to see within the dungeon, that you can use to contact me directly as long as we hold the blood gate. And so I can give you additional information, or if needed, use the black gate, reattune a black gate to teleport you out if you need to get out for some reason. So it is not a suicide mission if you can find a black gate. But I will warn you that it is a dangerous vault full of liches and undead and various other monstrosities.
Oh, don't worry. We'll find a way to make it into a suicide mission.
How will we know when a glyph key has attuned to the room?
They have a psionic connection with the owner of the key. So once you hold the key, you kind of just know which of the sectors you have access to. And any single glyph key can hold multiple zones. So you may be able to each retain a key and pass off the glyphs to each other, or and when you find another key, you can actually pass those attunements on to the key you hold if you need to.
Okay.
You should know, we recently defeated one of his generals, Tarul Var. I'm going to paste it into chat because all of these 3-letter last names are going to become confusing to you, as they are to me. He is extremely dangerous. He has found a way through his dread warriors to take control of them and use them as vessels for his spells. In the last battle, we had some rude surprises, as he would jump around between his vessels in the battle to just common soldiers, turning them into formidable casters. If he has indeed his phylactery in the Phylactery Vault, he may have returned already, and may be inside the Doom Vault.
All right.
Okay.
So white gates, I just want to make sure this is clear, because it can be very confusing. The white gates allow you to walk through them as a doorway between sectors. Black gates, on the other hand, are more like teleportation circles. You may transition between entire sectors that do not touch, and get to me, or through the black gates. But you must have the glyph key attuned to that specific zone to enter the black gate of that zone. Does that make sense? You may also get a black key, a gate key attuned to the next zone. So a white gate opens to 2 or more gate keys, gate attunements. So if you're in, say, the Golem of Laboratories and you're trying to reach the Predator Pool zone, then you could use a predator pool key or a golem laboratory key to pass through.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Out of character, this is a really confusing part of the dungeon for a lot of players. I looked this up online, so I will assist as I can in understanding it.
So I just want to make sure that I got this right. If we've got a key for the golem chamber and we're in the golem chamber, we cannot go to the predator pools.
You may leave the golem chamber, yes.
Okay.
With
Got it.
a
Making
key.
sure.
Yes, you may use it for either, not both.
Got it. I don't have any other questions.
Yeah, I don't have any other questions right now.
We will use our power to stop any magical communication to the outside and contain any enemies who escape the Doom Vault, to make sure no one knows or reacts to what's happening until you succeed. But I warn you that this is not a dead dungeon for which you may have experience. This is a living dungeon with enemies who react to what you've done. While the gate keys prevent significant movement between sectors, information still does travel, particularly through Taro Vlar's ability to jump between his minions. If you find them, there are two adventurers, Shalendra Folson and Kelson Darktreader. They may have been taken prisoner. They're likely dead within the Doom Vault. But if you can find them and help them, that would ease my conscience a little bit more. I hate to send more of their deaths. So, I have a map I can send you. She sends you, teleports you, a map of the Doom Vault as she knows it.
Okay.
Please consider carefully which zone you would like me to send you into. Start. And I do know a little information about each one based on the previous folks we've sent in, but very little.
Oh boy.
I assume Predator Pools does not have swarms of rats in it, so if Valwyn was here, he would appreciate that one.
The Predator Pools, yes, it is an interesting place. We believe the Red Wizards are breeding an aquatic army to attempt to take the Sword Coast from the sea. Whatever you could do in there to destroy their experiments and thwart their plans would be a great assistance to the long-term survival of the Sword Coast.
Oh boy.
See, Forest of Slaughter doesn't sound real inviting.
Oh, yes, the Forest of Slaughters. These are caverns that house a menagerie of horrors, and it is reported strange magics.
I mean, none of these sound super inviting. Let's be honest.
Abyssal prisons might.
I mean,
have
if you feel that your life is not, your choice in your life would not be worth it, we can, of course, try to recruit other adventurers.
No. That's you mistake me.
I don't know. I think Forest of Slaughter sounds less inviting than Far Realm Cysts.
Oh yes, the Far Realm Cysts. They have tapped into the Far Realm, and it has actually warped a portion of the Doom Vault from its original purposes. The caverns are dark, and little is known about this sector.
Well, I can see in dark, so not a problem.
Well, that must be very handy for you.
I think the Ooze Grottos are self-explanatory.
Yes, they are. The Red Wizards are trying to breed and control oozes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
And the Golem Laboratories is pretty.
So I'm assuming the Blood Pens is also
Yeah.
a section where they're breeding.
Yes, they are using these cursed temples and workshops to create golems for their armies.
I'll take it the one area you cannot send us to is, wild guess, the Magister's domain.
Actually, I cannot send you to the Temples of Extraction.
How
we
wrong?
believe that the Master's domain is a a sector for the Red Wizards in charge of the Doom Vault. This would be a particularly difficult place to get by as intruders, as in first entry. But it is your choice.
Definitely not.
Definitely not there.
I'm all for sacrificing my life for the greater good, but not suicide missions.
Yeah, no. Maybe the far red Siths or the Forest of Slaughter. Maybe the Abyssal Prisons.
Does anybody have a particular opinion of where we start?
So what are the blood pens?
In the blood pins. Oh yes, the wizards, the Red Wizards. We believe they are breeding and raising monsters into their own foul nurseries.
And abyssal prisms deal with demons.
Yes, it used to be a sector back when the Doom Vault was originally owned by Khazit Ghul, a Red Wizard who spent his life studying the most dangerous dungeons in the world. But he was broken and sent to obscurity. The abyssal prisons were his summoning traps for confining demons. We believe, though, that the Thayans are now using this to break the will of imprisoned fiends, and bind them into their service. As you can see, this entire vault just screams of further attacks upon the Sword Coast.
Yes. Well.
All right.
I guess the last thing I can tell you is that what I know of the Temples of Extraction. They are, we believe, the profane laboratories that fuel Sastam's themes. Like I said, there is no way to teleport you to the Temples of Extraction, but we believe that may be a good entry or an opportunity to enter the Phylactery Vault. You may need to find your own way into these places. The Phylactery Vault, we believe, is an extra-dimensional space that has not been mapped and not able to be mapped, given the information we have.
Right.
It is believed that. What do I know about the Phylactery Vault? Let's see. We know very little about the Phylactery Vault. We believe that is where Taruvar, Sastam, and even Khazit Ghul's phylacteries still lie.
All right.
Does anybody have any votes? Because I do have a vote.
All right.
Where we go. I think for an since we're essentially planning an invasion, our best opportunity may be in the Far Realms Siths, because it is dark and gloomy there, and we would be able to sneak more effectively.
Yeah, and since it's been warped, I think it may be less connected and communicated with the others. So, yeah,
that seems reasonable.
I'm fine with that as an entry point.
Sure. I'm happy to go wherever you guys want to go.
Who is sleeping?
Neil? I think Neil.
Sorry.
I'm sure that was extremely riveting.
All right. Serana, send us to the Far Realm Siths. That's where we will make our first incursion into the Doom Vault.
Okay. Thank you again, adventurers, for your assistance in this endeavor.
Think nothing of it.
If you need to contact me again, look for the contact glyphs, and you may contact me. But before you go, I do have one final gift. And a crate appears. She teleports a crate in front of you. May these supplies be aid in your adventures.
Okay.
Thank you.
And you open up the crate, and you find inside a bag containing, what are they called? Pearls of Power, where you can regain spell slots. You find stem packs for martial characters to regain certain abilities. And you find a bunch of scrolls and potions of healing. And I will come up with numbers for that stuff between sessions. At least one each, possibly up to 5 each. But I'll figure that out.
Okay.
Okay.
The Red Wizards, the Rebellion wishes you luck, and you get teleported in.
Okay. Yay.
Um, Two fellow spellcasters, just a note, just a reminder that Pearls of Power do require attunement.
Yes. But I mean, up to level 3 spell slot, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I didn't already have a ring.
It's just a reminder.
Okay, these are disposable Pearls of Power. They do not require attunement.
Okay.
But they are used up.
They're one use only. Got it.
Yes, you crush a Pearl of Power to gain its benefit.
All right.
Like the stem packs, you just hit one on you and you can regain an ability. That's the idea. It's effective. It's the same thing as a Pearl of Power, but it will give you an extra rage or an extra psionic attack or whatever your specific martial abilities are.
Okay.
That's cool.
For some reason, the Eberron book isn't showing in the sources for the campaign.
Wayfarer's Guide to Eberron.
Yeah.
I thought that was the one I bought.
Yeah, I thought you bought one. It was either Wayfarer's Guide or
Eberron
the Eberron Rising from the Last War, I think was that.
Oh yeah, that was the one.
Which should be.
Yeah.
Let me see if I have access to it. Neil, can you access Eberron Rising information? Yeah, I have access to it.
I haven't even opened it. I just usually
I just picked a random page in it to see if you all can open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opened.
Mm-hmm.
So why?
Oh, no. Not for me.
You might have to.
Maybe I have to but it's weird because the other books show up, so I don't know why.
Yeah, no, the character creation is really bizarre, and I deleted and recreated a character a few times to try to figure out how D&D Beyond made it work.
Let me see if I go in and edit Vishara to see if I can select your race or class.
Okay.
Oh, you have sources checked as Rick and Morty content, but not Eberron content. So I just switched that.
Huh. Okay.
And homebrew content needs to be turned on for my stuff.
Apparently I have the wrong. Okay. I had it going the wrong way for enable. That would be it.
Yes, red is good in this case because that's their brand color.
Okay, that would do
They
it.
really like messing with you. Just like in Baldur's Gate, health potions are blue.
That's not mana. No, that's health. Okay, so I switched that. I don't know if it actually saved. But that should help you.
But that should. That looks like it. There it is. All right.
So you all chose the Far Realm Cysts.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to read up on next time.
Neat.
That was my way of not having to read the entire book all at once. So that's it.
I just was kind of doing a rough count of rooms. I'm like, so if there's 11 in the predator pools, and then there's 9 sections for every one. That's like 990 some odd rooms.
Yeah, it's over 100 rooms,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
not counting the ones that aren't on your map because of various reasons. You think that the campaign would give you an entire map of the whole dungeon
With traps listed out, yes.
with traps and secret doors? I saw that in a play-by post when I was Google searching it, so watch out for that. That someone had published the traps and everything. I was like, oh, come on.
Not cool, man.
Not cool. Although it might make your play by post easier, but also makes metagame really easy. Alright, well, I promised you the supplies. Tell you what the supplies. Was. And then I'm gonna work on Jade, her boon. And work with helping create Vishara. Cool. And that's where we're going to end the session today so that we get started off directly into the dungeon next time. Good, bad, ugly, fun, evil.
Yeah.
I was highly amused.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why you gotta like expose my kill the emperor plot already?
Yeah, I mean, you weren't exactly
Subtle.
subtle with it. I feel like the Roll20 audio connection is horrible.
Yeah, I keep.
Today it is, yeah.
I'm also gonna try checking some of my internet connection things. I might see if that's part of my issue. 'Cause it does feel like I'm dropping random people more often today than.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah.
I don't know Roll20's issue. I know that when I would show up like 10 minutes early, I didn't know other people had joined at all. It would just be me, then I'd reload, suddenly everyone's there, and I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate, Jacob, your role-playing as always. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I definitely think that if there's another gap
Mm-hmm.
in the levels, then we could absolutely use that for a side campaign or a sequel.
Yep.
Have you see if you can take out the Raven Queen or whatever your goal is going to be.
You know, die. That's ultimately what my end goal always kind of has been.
Well,
Yeah,
that would certainly be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would be ideal to run that one because I don't know much about the Elder Gods.
See, all I did was a quick Google search of Raven Queen. I was like, yeah, that works. And because when you pick the Hexblade, most of them are through the Raven Queen.
Yes.
So I was like, well, I need like a patron that would be willing to use my character with the event that like maybe I try to kill them.
Yeah.
And the Raven Queen is kind of fits that bill. I would say probably not as well as like if I had the Pact of an Infernal instead.
That would be an easier campaign.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to need to be level 20 probably. Which, who
20
knows? If you survive the higher Yawning portal, you might be 20.
That would be impressive.
Yeah.
I find it strange that suddenly my character is the oldest and the longest lasting in the party.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't the intention going into today, and then with the boon and everything else, like, yeah, actually.
It's
Like,
just
hey,
kinda-
look, an exit.
Mm-hmm.
Exits are indeed nice.
So,
I appreciate that I don't have to come up with some sort of like undead demi rat
Finally.
The Lich Rat King.
Right?
Or the Rat Emperor who controls Rat Kings.
Or maybe one of the mages like polymorphs into some sort of like horribly huge, disgusting rat that still technically a mana caster in a CR worthy fight, but it's a rat.
It would be difficult, but I know Warhammer Fantasy has human-sized rats.
Yeah, I can do a crossover with Princess Bride.
Yeah.
And that the humans they pretend that the human-sized rats don't exist.
Oh.
I
They're
mean,
like, no, it's not a thing.
there's rat folk in Pathfinder.
I know that.
So there are were-rats that could be dealt with.
Were rat?
God, if I had lycanthropy, I would not want to be a rat.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think you actually shrink as a were-rat, but
No, you don't.
yeah,
You don't, but yeah, still, of all the...
of all the infusions that you could have had.
Right?
Yeah.
They're probably worse. Imagine being a werefish.
I don't know. Imagine making a ranger and then having your animal companion be a shark, only to find out you don't go anywhere with water.
Ugh.
Whereas one of my friends had happened to him. One of his friends made the idea was going to be a campaign around like being pirates on a ship, and so he made a character who was all about swinging from ropes, jumping from ship to ship, and then after the first session, they're just on land for the rest of the campaign.
Oh.
I was
That's
like,
rough.
that hurts. That cuts deep. Because I'll admit, secretly, I want a ranger for an animal companion, so my animal companion can be a shark.
And do Breath of the Wild campaign.
Or you never have an animal companion through all these dungeons, and suddenly there's a little bit of water. You're like, yes!
Right?
Suddenly you're a shark. And everybody's like, wait, what? When did you get... What?
Well, I mean, the best place would be is if that was my choice. I would have said, let's go to the predator pools. It's not like I'm a shark or anything.
Right.
I've never gotten to use predator pools.
Introduce my own predator. Yeah, well, at least this campaign, you know it's going to be dungeon crawls.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And we don't have a rogue.
Yep.
We've got, as Yzmod would say, door dwarf.
I was going to say, we have the door dwarf. It's almost as good.
Almost.
Who needs to turn things off when you know they're there, apparently.
Well, wait. Valu is probably our only dexterous character, so...
Yeah.
There's that.
Huh. I didn't think that one through, well.
That's okay. Well, natural consequences of that are you get to introduce a dexterous character.
Yeah.
Yep. One of us dies, and I guess a rogue wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, and you've been in Waterdeep for another 3 weeks, surrounded by adventurers. So who knows what new adventurers are going to get coughed up.
I'm so glad we have Spawn Point. That makes so much roping in new characters easy.
It
So
does.
much easier.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see.
So, I was gonna say, I'm good next week.
Yep, I'm good next week.
Mm-hmm.
I am all
Should be
right
good,
as well.
yeah.
I am definitely good.
Okay.
I don't.
Reminder: daylight savings hell starts or ends. I don't know what, but we lose an hour of sleep next Sunday.
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
That's what we need in our lives.
Maybe now that the stimulus package is passed, they can very
Maybe those
quickly
of us with small
pass a cancellation of
Of
this
daylight
next change.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's been shown that companies lose more business during both changes.
People die of heart attacks?
Yeah,
Literally die because of this.
There's no good reason to do it. It's just inertia preventing. Like, no, we can't change.
Yes, we can. I want my extra hour of sleep, damn it.
Just give me one last extra hour of sleep and then we can stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
And so the problem is the extra hour of sleep is going into daylight savings.
Yeah.
I would take one less hour of sleep if it just stopped forever.
Yep.
Yep.
I would.
Same.
Yes.
I just want it to be over. I don't care which way it happens, but I do have a preference, and that is more sleep.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there's those of us with small children are like, wait, what's more sleep?
Those are the random 1 day out of 2 weeks where they give you sleep. But you happen to stay up till midnight or 1 a.m. because you thought that, well, they're going to be up any moment anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh, look, they slept until 7. Thanks.
Nope.
Well, thanks for watching the stream, anyone who's watching and watches the recording. Adios.